Here we are. We know our opponents. We know the day. We know the time. Let's talk about the first week of finals. This is not going to be a preview of the game. I just want to talk about the finals, this last round, and how was just absolutely insane, right? So we'll start off with that Hawthorn Brisbane game, and I guess that's all we need to start off with. The Hawthorn Brisbane game was an incredible game. Brisbane just couldn't kick straight, but they get the win, and it was just a finals like game, finals like atmosphere, kind of like the Collingwood Melbourne game as well. Even the Port Adelaide Gold Coast game was finals like and finals intensity. So Brisbane winning means that we finish fourth on the ladder for this season. I had us finishing third on the ladder at the start of the year, so I'm pretty happy with fourth. I would have been happier with first and playing our first final in Melbourne, but we go to Adelaide, and we kind of knew that this was more than likely going to happen. Hawthorn, if they had won, they would have had to win by less than 12 points, or it would have had to been a tie for us to stay in third position. But we finished fourth after a bit of a weird season, and we'll talk about the season overview later on in the week. But we go to Adelaide Oval on a Thursday night. That is going to be absolutely hectic. So this is what the first week of finals looks like. So Collingwood and Adelaide on Thursday night in Adelaide. Geelong and Brisbane at the MCG, so not at GMHBA Stadium, which just kind of makes sense because wouldn't you rather sell 90,000 tickets than, whatever GMHBA sells? But I get it. It's their home ground. They want a home ground advantage. They've got the best home ground advantage of any Victorian team. This just in general. So I get why they want to play there, but it's going to draw an absolutely huge crowd. The first elimination is going to be played between the Giants and Hawthorn, Gold Coast, or the Western Bulldogs. And then the second elimination will be Fremantle against Hawthorn or Gold Coast. Now, speaking of great games, the Fremantle Western Bulldogs game was another incredible game. And this is still going down to the wire because of that Wednesday game, Gold Coast and Essendon, which I think is just so stupid that the AFL scheduled it for this time. It's a money hungry. They want to maximize somewhat, make the season, stretch the season out, get all eyes on it. Should have been played way earlier in the season. Gold Coast can still miss out on finals if they lose to Essendon. Essendon have got nothing left to play for, which makes them a scary prospect, kind of like Melbourne and Collingwood. And even, I guess, Port Adelaide did have Travis Boak and Ken Hinkley and Atkins to a lesser extent to sort of play for. So that one's a little bit different. But Essendon backs to the wall, who really knows? And that could change a lot of things. So that's why Western Bulldogs still have a chance, a very slim chance, but a chance to play finals after losing to Fremantle. It is going to be an absolutely huge first week. It's just good matchup after good matchup after good matchup after good matchup. We could even see a expansion cup clash in an elimination final with the Giants and the Gold Coast Suns in their hopefully first ever finals campaign. But it also would be funny if they miss out on their first ever finals campaign. So there's a lot of storylines to go, but it's going to be an incredible first week of finals. So I want to look at the finals. We'll do a little bit of a ladder predictive video. So it's just like a time capsule, and we'll look at it at the end of the season when the winner is all said and done. I've got Gold Coast beating Essendon by 40 points. There's just no way that they lose that game. Wilder things have happened in football, but there's no way they lose that game. So this is what it's looking like. Adelaide, Collingwood, we know that. It'll be Giants versus Hawthorn in an elimination final, which would be absolutely just an incredible, incredible game. Fremantle and the Suns, that's a bit of a how's it going game. And then obviously Geelong and the Brisbane Lions, which will be on the Friday night. Adelaide Oval, I've got Collingwood winning this game. I think we've learnt a lot since that Adelaide game. And I know the Melbourne game, you're probably thinking, oh, we didn't play that well. Like, can we win anything with this? I think we saw from that last quarter that chaotic football really works for us. And that's what we're going to bring from the get-go against Adelaide. I have no doubt about that. Giants, Hawthorn. I liked what Hawthorn did against the Lions. And the Giants nearly lost to the Saints. I can't go past Hawthorn here. They've been a really good team all year. I know they're up and down. They finished 8th here, but I thought they've been a really good team. That sets up a huge Adelaide Hawthorn Battle of the Birds at Adelaide Oval as well. Fremantle, Gold Coast. I think Fremantle absolutely decimate the Suns at Optus Stadium. And then Geelong and Brisbane. This was probably, look, our game will be really good, but I think the Geelong Brisbane game is going to be game of the round. I hope they beat each other up. Geelong would want a bit of redemption for the prelim last year. I've got Geelong. I don't know why. I've got Geelong winning this game, and that's like a boom, a flip of a coin sort of win here. So that takes us to next week, the semi-finals. Adelaide Hawthorn. I've got. Oh, this will be a really good game. Could you imagine if Hawthorn win this? I know it's going to be cliche to go the top four get into the prelim. Um. Oh. Ooh. 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 I've got I think I've got Adelaide winning this. I've got Adelaide winning this game. I think that'll be another close game. But this game, Brisbane Fremantle, and I think Fremantle on their good days, they're absolutely great. On their bad days, they're really bad. But look what they did to the Bulldogs. I know this is at the Gabba, and this is going to sound really weird, but I've got Fremantle winning this game, which sets up a Collingwood Fremantle preliminary final. We played them in a semi final in 2022 at the MCG. There was about 90, I reckon there was about 92,000 fans there, only about 200 Fremantle fans. Geelong and Adelaide. We just lost to Fremantle. I know Patrick Voss kicked 6 goals that day, and we just went down to them. Went down to Hawaii. I think we match up really well against Fremantle. Jeremy Howe should be back for this game, so I've got. I know it's going to be biased that I'm like, yeah, Collingwood to win, but it's a Collingwood channel, right? So I can do what I want. I got Collingwood winning this game. I've got Adelaide beating the Cats, and I got Pies as premiers. That's how I see us winning our 17th flag. It's 3 wins to a 17th flag. I think Collingwood and Adelaide have probably been two of the best teams in it all year. You can make it, you definitely can make an argument for Geelong. I think Geelong have been going under the radar a lot. They haven't versed the top 8 side or haven't played against the top 8 side since June or something I read. So that they've got a really soft draw. Does that hinder them or does that help them? But either way, I've got us playing the Adelaide Throws in a grand final and we take out the win. We take out that big W. I don't want to play Geelong at all in this final series. Geelong is probably one of the teams that I'm scared of. But we do match up well against them. But that is what I've got going for this year. So it's a new season starts, and we'll talk about the new season mentality and the spring mentality in the preview of the game, which will come out sometime next week or maybe over on the weekend. But that is my finals predictions. Let me know your thoughts down below. Until then, like, comment, subscribe, tell your family, tell your friends, tell your pets, and until next time, double shackers. I'll swoop you later.